And they always got these. And they always having fun.
Hello, Superbooth.
Hi there.
We are EOWAVE, a small company in France that exists now since almost 20 years. So we are not a young company. And during the last 20 years, we saw the rise and fall of digital equipment and synthesizers and plugins and whatever. And so we started to make softwares and controllers, MIDI controllers and different kind of stuff. And we made some, back in the early 2000s, some synth pedal that nobody wanted, because at that time nobody wanted to have some analog effects for their synthesizers. And then we made different kind of box set synths, and we moved slightly to modular synthesizers in the last 6 years. And we will show you today some of our older, current and newest products. And I will leave you with Corentin.
Hi.
Who will show you the modules. So he will speak about our modular line.
Okay, so my name is Corentin. I joined the EOF team at the beginning of this year, so it's my first time here. So I must say I'm quite happy to be here with every one of you. I'm gonna show you the, let's say, the classic line of modular synthesizer we've made. I've prepared 3 simple patches to show you a combination of functions together that works really well, and show you our stuff. So yeah, we can start with so the classic line. I've made a patch with the Titan oscillator, the magnetosphere filters, and classic envelope and VCA stuff. So let's bring that. The magnetosphere filter has a really nice screamy resonance. And you can make some really great stuff with that. I must say that EOWAVE has a really great analog module to make some really fat-sounding sounds, and it's kind of super great. I've made another patch to show you the re-edition of an old module, which is a Germania. It's a transistor, a Germanian transistor-based VCA that produces a really nice fuzz sounding, and it's really amazing. In this patch, I will play with 2 Orage oscillator, which has 6 outputs, like sinus, triangle, saw, pulse, square, and sub oscillators. And I've put everything into the fluctuation magnetic filters which is a quad multimode filters that you can play like 4 independent filter, but you can link them to create some quite interesting modulation between the different modes through the same path. And at the end, the VCA, which is a Germania VCA. So let's. And I don't have sound. No. What? Okay, my bad. And then I will bring the signal up to get the nice fuzzy sounding. This is without the Germania, and this is with the Germania. Here we are for the Germania. And then I'm going to introduce you this time a new module, which is swing. This is a really simple module, but quite amazing and powerful to bring some life to your sequences, even as drum sequences or note sequences. It's a 4 voltage controlled clock delayed, and I will show you this with our domino module, which is a bass line module. All in one, you've got the oscillators, filters, envelope, VCA, everything in a small module to produce instant bass line. So here it is. Yes, okay, cool. And I will add some swing to the sequence. And I can control voltage, so you control it. So every of these modules are actually available, and the swing is going to be released at the end of the month, maybe next month. And here it is for classic module lines.
And now I will show you the Quadratic Swarm, which was a Kickstarter that we launched in November 2017. And that we will now ship within the next month, I hope. And it's based on, it's a hybrid standalone synthesizer. It has 8 digital VCOs that are fed into 2 analog filters and analog VCA and an analog spring reverb. And there are 2 ways to play it. In a monophonic way, where you can control the spread of the different oscillators. There is a sequencer that can control the different pitches. Here I control the spread. The oscillator are fed into character module, which adds some distortion. And we have also a percussive sound. The whole thing goes to the spring reverb that can be also come in feedback into the filters. There are different VCO models. You can choose between 8 different models, like presets. More strings. More. Here you choose sort of the waveforms, but it's not only a waveform. You have, it's more like different models of synthesis. Here you have 16 VCOs that are slightly untuned. You have some FM type sounds. And some squares. You have some VCOs where you can there is one complex LFO that can modulate any parameters, for example the pitch also. You can play it from the keyboard on the top, where each of the different pots gives you the pitch of your note, so you can make your own scales, or as a sequencer, or from an external MIDI keyboard. And there is a second mode, which is the polyphonic mode. So instead of having 8 VCOs controlled by the spread function, they are controlled either by the keyboard, where each key represents one oscillator, straight from the keyboard. Everything is modulating everything, so you have to put the sequence to 0 if you want to play it with a keyboard. And play more classic chords. So with this Quadratic Swarm, you can do some very clean organ type sounds or more noisy, distorted sound. The interesting thing is to play all this together. And vas-y, commence à jouer une séquence. And so we will show you a little bit of music you can do with all those different things. All the sound you hear here is coming from EOWAVE products. There are some non-released prototypes of drum sounds, but all the synthetic sounds are coming from it.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's a prototype, so messy clock.
Bah si, ça devrait être là.
Okay.
Sorry for the bad sync start. This is an example of what you can do with our stuff. And thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, we can go to our booth. It's just outside and ask. Or if you want to try something, you can also try today and tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.